Hi guys, continue video. So today we'll continue with the 9th mission of Nice Merchants campaign recreated in Armies of Exigo. And in this mission we will actually fight 1v1 against Murbach, but he will actually have multiple towns and expansions, so it will be quite interesting. So let's listen to the introduction animation.
The barbarians fight amongst themselves. Perchance by persuasion and guile canst thou win over to thy cause 2 of the chieftains and all their warriors, that these shall fight at thy side. Thy location at this time is simple to defend, but cannot be enlarged, so that thou must needs plan with care. The enemy readies himself for battle, and the attack is nigh. Prepare with all haste, so that thou canst verily welcome the enemy in such a manner that he shall never forget.
Okay, so as you could also already saw, we have some barbarians from the beginning in this mission, which is the unit that we were facing in the last mission against us. But you cannot create them actually, you just have them from start. But as you can already see, there is the big advantage that they have a separated population, so they are not contributing to your population cap, and that means that it's really important to keep them alive as long as you can, because they will be really valuable in the end. Because you will be of course able to have 24 more units over the population cap, so that's really important. Also, as you can see, we have quite low population from the beginning outside of that, so we can just build 2 farms with our starting resources and immediately start making some peasants. And again, we will just group up our army and start exploring. So it is like a small area that you can mine some gem mines and also pick up some gem piles. Yeah, there is like 100 gems, and as you can see, it's just a closed area, so no one will attack you here. You can easily create your expansion here. You will just need one stone keep here, and you can, or I mean town hall, and you can easily mine in both gems mines with that. Actually, gems won't be any kind of problem in this mission, because as you can see, there are even more gems mined here. So there are like 3 more, and you can easily harvest or mine lots of gems. And there are even more gem piles that we can pick up right away. Also, if we go this way, there you will find another expansion with some gold fields, and you can also kill this grey wolf. And as you can see, if we kill him, we will receive 100 from each resource. So again, it's like kinda secret treasure, I would say, that you don't need to take to win this mission, but it can be a nice addition for you. Enemies won't attack you for extremely long time in this mission. If you are fast enough, you can basically win the mission before anything attacks you. But there is one thing that you definitely want to do as fast as you can.
Excellent idea.
Also, one more thing, don't
Done?
forget to
Excellent
harvest
idea.
wood, because there's one
here,
thing
my
I
lord.
forgot here, and right now I'm running out
Good
of
idea.
wood. But the most important thing here is to go this path, and here you will actually find an enemy with just those weak units. So we want to immediately go here and destroy him. And why this is important is actually because he doesn't have an town in the beginning. He just has like a town hall or something. Actually, I just lost some barbarian here right now. As I said, it's important to keep them alive, but since I'm talking, I'm losing them, but okay. As I said, he just has a town hall and some peasants in the beginning, so you definitely want to go here and destroy that,
Complete, my lord.
and also those units, because if you don't do that, he will just build buildings, and after some time, and he will start creating units, and of course then you will have another enemy against you, which is something you don't want to have to deal with.
To be done.
So yeah, the easiest
am here,
solution
my
is
lord.
just
To be
to
done.
take your army
I
in the
live to
beginning,
serve.
go there and destroy them. Also, we can just go there immediately and create our expansion here, and also you can take 600 wood here, which is really good. So that kind of fixes the mistake that I made in the beginning, where I was not actually harvesting wood for some time. There are some more archers, but we can easily kill them. Just level 1, super squishy. Actually, they will kill one more berserker, but we are okay. So I lost like 3 of them or something, so that's not too big of a deal. Don't go too close here or here, because there are enemies, so they would just attack you. You would lurk them out of their towns, and
Good idea.
you would have some serious problems. So just don't go there. And we can also start upgrading our units, or maybe actually I will save my resources for a while, so we can create one more expansion here. Or even we could maybe go here for the gold, because as I said, gems won't be a problem, so maybe we can start with gold expansions. So let's just take one peasant and go here. You can move it a little bit, but I will just place it somewhere in the middle, and then create more peasants on both sides. And basically, what else can you explore is this path, but that doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, there is just an area that's kind of empty. Maybe you can harvest the woods here, but outside of that is pretty useless. The same applies to this corner. And the only other area that is kind of relevant for us is this. There is like a really narrow mountain pass, I would say, and the enemy can actually, or it's actually not that narrow, but here they can attack you after that long time when they will decide to attack you, so probably that won't happen if you are fast enough. But if you let them attack you, then they will also come from this side, so you will need to build towers here and everywhere. So also keep in mind that they can come from here if you let them attack you. Right now again I was just talking and not making anything, but since we are expanding it doesn't really matter. I can just use the time, and actually we can create a town hall here. You can create maybe 2 town halls and then make 2 peasants for each gem mine, but the way I like to do it is just create a 1 town hall in the middle, then put 2 peasants in the middle gems mine, and then use 3 peasants for each of those mines on the sides. So you will actually, instead of 6 peasants here, you will use 8 of them, but so that will take 2 more population, but you will not have to build 2 town halls. Of course, if you want the maximum effectivity, you could also just place 2 of them here, but you will have gaps there. So that's like the solution that I chose. Since we have the blacksmith, I can straight up go to castle after stone keep, so we will also utilize that. And as you can see, I also have this gem mine empty, so maybe let's send some peasants there, even though as I said gems won't be a problem. And once we get some gold, we will also create the last expansion here. And as you can see, I'm just using all the time we have for maximum economy, because we just don't need those units so early. So I will just use this time like this, and then we'll continue some production. Of course, right now I don't even have resources for my peasants in expansions, but once we start, or I mean once we stop creating all those expansions, which is right now because we already have all of them, then we will start receiving more and more resources, and we'll be able to make more and more peasants. And of course, after that, we'll have huge amounts of resources. We will make probably some production buildings here, and also here in the middle. I will create full population of units, and then we will attack. You can attack either of the towns. I usually attack this one first, but if you attack this, then you don't really have to worry about the enemy attacking you from all those paths. So maybe it's even better to just attack this town first. But we will see. Right now we don't really have to worry about that, because first we need to actually make some units. And Yeah, right now I don't even have a way to heal my army, so we need to wait with that. And as you can see, also barbarians can be leveled up, and it's actually increasing their damage even further, actually by really huge amounts, and also their HP. So if you have like level 5 barbarians, then I would actually argue that maybe that's even stronger than level 5 elite knight, yeah, because the damage will be like actually astronomically strong. So definitely want to keep an eye on that. So if you can maybe keep alive some of your barbarians during fight, it might be really valuable. So usually I just heal only my elite knights unless I have like
Building complete, my lord.
a swordsman with aura or something, but barbarians are like so important to keep alive
Research
because they are not
complete,
taking
my lord.
population and they have so high damage that maybe I would consider spending some time healing your barbarians, maybe even if your knights will die because of that, because I would say it's just super important. So yeah, right now we have finished all our expansion
What needs to be
buildings.
done?
So let's just produce some more peasants,
I am
and
here, my lord.
also now is the time to start finally
I live to
upgrading my
serve.
units.
Let's
Maybe
do
bring
it.
the first peasant to wood, and maybe we can also start building those production buildings. So I will make, of course, Temple of Swords, the
I
Marksman's
live to
Tower,
serve.
and
Excellent
also
idea. What
the
needs to be done?
Circle of Ancients.
Good idea.
And
Huh?
I'm not really sure if I will
Good
make
idea.
elite pikemen in this mission, but we can build one grove as
Excellent
well,
idea.
grove of pikes, and
I am here, my lord.
maybe like 2 more barracks, even though I don't have resources yet. It should take only a moment, and this will be
Let's do it.
our production area, let's say. Of course, we can create more barracks later, but I think this should be enough for now at least. So let's just group it up. I usually use the keybind number 6 for this, and then let's set the rally point somewhere around here. So yeah, as you can see, I have already 3 peasants here, so we'll create 3 here as well. Some more peasants are needed here as well, and yeah, here too. So basically in all our expansions we are still missing some peasants, but as you can see, gems are really not going to be problematic. Of course, I didn't really start spending them too much yet, only on some of those advanced buildings, but we didn't make any units yet. But I'm still really convinced that the main problem will be only gold, and we still will have free expansions. I mean, free towns where we are mining from 4 gold fields. So I'm pretty sure that even the gold should be pretty okay, and resources won't be really problematic for us in this mission. So let's also upgrade to advanced barracks and finish some of those last peasants. We have 3, 3, and 1, so there will be only 1 more. And here it's actually finished, so let's just split it so we have 5 on each side. And here we have actually 11, so just send 1 to Gems Mine and create 1 more. Also split them up, and here it's already finished. Also check the main one. Yeah, here we are missing 2 peasants, we have 3 on wood, and right now we have everything finished. Also I kind of forgot to build some farms, so we can fix that really quickly. Maybe 1 more here. I think that should be enough. And now we can start producing our units finally. So as you can see, the elite knights are also pretty expensive on wood. So since we don't have that much wood, we might have some problems with them, but let's try starting with 4 elite knights, and we will see how fast we can actually harvest that wood. But I mean, we don't really need that population right now, so I don't even have a problem with creating 2 more peasants on wood. This is actually a really good idea to harvest wood, because as you can see, you have lots of those pine trees really close to your town hall, so you don't even need a blacksmith here. This is a little bit further away, but you can still try it here. This area is like really bad for tree harvesting. But I mean, this is pretty good. The only problem is that if you move your blacksmith this way, maybe, yeah, you harvest those trees, then you create a blacksmith. You want to harvest more trees here, then you might pull enemies with your peasants. So be really careful. Maybe it's a better idea to continue this way. Here you have ton of trees where you can harvest it. And of course this corner is also quite filled up. Yeah, few trees are here. Again, this map definitely doesn't have any tree problems. I wouldn't actually say there is a single map, a single mission where you would have those kinds of issues, but maybe it's like a little bit harder in some missions. You have to go really far away from your town to find some trees. But this mission is definitely not the case. It's pretty easy here.
We need more wood, my lord.
So we are still running out of wood, but as I mentioned, we already created new peasants here, so I can't really do anything more for it than just wait. Even though we will still need more wood even for upgrades, so maybe it would be worth it to create like even more of those peasants. So let's make one more here and one more here.
Building complete, my lord.
And then we will probably need to make some new blacksmiths somewhere. Also, I have some elite knights finally, so we can use them to heal our barbarians. And again, we can try to do it with the auto heal. As you can see, it worked here, but sometimes you do have to do it multiple times. Now, as you can see, I again have the cooldown while I have selected all of my elite knights, which means that all 6 of them used the heal already. And now I have to wait 1 minute for it to reset or wait for some new knights to be created, but right now I'm not producing any of them anywhere, so we would be waiting really long. And yeah, I think, as I said, peasants should be okay everywhere. This is actually a mission where you don't really need to produce any, or I mean build any towers. The only reason why we would build them here is if you waited too long and your enemy attacked you, then it's actually really hard to defend it even with a full population of units, so then you would probably need some towers. But outside of that you don't really need them here. You will need them in the future missions definitely, but this one should be pretty easy. Actually, I would say this mission is definitely easier than the 8th mission that we faced in the last video. So if you didn't see that, you can check it out. There we are fighting against the barbarians, and I would say that was definitely a little bit harder than this, because right now nothing is attacking us. We just destroyed one enemy that had only those weak units, and we are just building an army.
For glory, for honor.
So again, I will just heal my berserkers, or I mean barbarians. The auto heal didn't work anymore, so I will just do it manually here. Not a big deal. I'm still only waiting anyways for my army to be produced, so I just use the time to heal it, and we are okay. Since I have all those barbarians, and also I want to have at least one full army of knights, and also we have some swordsmen, I will also need a lot of ranged units, so yeah, I will create 3 more knights, so we have 15 of them, and then I will just fully focus on my crossbowmen's production. So let's just fill up all our production buildings where you can create them, and maybe we can also make some more swordsmen, but I don't want to try hard with that too much. Maybe like one group of them. I will see. Maybe we can actually create full group of berserkers here, and then I will use the rest of our berserkers together with swordsmen, and that will be another group. So actually there is somewhere a berserker stuck here, so as you can see, he cannot move knights away, so you have to move the knight and then you can move the smaller unit. So we'll get him out, and that will be group number 3. Our knights are group number 1, So those are the finished groups,
Ready and loaded.
and this will be number 2. So I will just fill this up with more swordsmen, and the rest of our population will be only elite crossbowmen. So we can actually also do that. This will be number 5 and number 6, which is actually not really good because right now I overwrited my production keybind, the production buildings keybind. So let's just move it to number 7, and let's add those units to their groups. And also I will show you the groups here. So I will add all this. We have knights in number 1, and here we actually have some problem because we have barbarians on both keybind 3 and 4. So let's just move it down. And yeah, this should work. So once again, we have knights number 1, then we have swordsmen and barbarians number 2, then we have 15 barbarians number 3, and 4 and 5 are only crossbowmen. And then I have the sixth keybind again free because I moved it, so I can have my production buildings there. That's like the really baseline keybinding. Of course you can adjust it to your preferences, but this usually works for me, so I think it's a pretty good setup. I want to make a little bit more of those swordsmen, because I think we'll still need them. But let's actually check it out, how many more of them we need.
Cocked and loaded, sir.
Also my group is full here. We would need actually 3 more, but I have population only for 2, it seems like, unless I destroy those guys. So now we should be able to make all 3 of them, and I don't want to overwrite my keybind 6, so I will just take those 4 crossbowmen, make them number 7, just add them to the super group, and I don't have to worry about them. It doesn't really matter where you put your units. Yeah, it could be like a group number 10 or something, because you usually don't need to control that unit separately, unless you want to like move your crossbowmen away from danger or something. But the main group that you will need to control are your elite knights. So just place them under the keybind number 1 or 2 or something, and you should be always okay. So we can also queue some knights after they die. Maybe some swordsmen and crossbowmen as well. And as you can see, gems are no problem, as I mentioned. And we have full army. So again, important thing, save your game, and let's move this way. As I said, you can choose either way, but we will explore it here. Maybe, as I said, barbarians are important, so we can move them to sides, so we can tank the damage with elite knights, and once they start taking damage, we can move our berserkers there, barbarians, and start dealing some offensive pressure with them. Also, don't forget to heal your units. That's really important. Yeah, if you misclick, they die. It doesn't really matter if you have enough of them, but important is to keep producing more units. The enemy is actually pretty strong, so even though we have full population and some of those berserkers on top, I don't think it's really simple fight that you will 100% win. So you still need to do some micromanagement, but I think we should be able to win this, and if we don't, we will just create a new army. As I said, we have enough resources in this mission, so we should be okay. Yeah, but imagine if I didn't have all those barbarians. If I let them die in the beginning, all of them or something, then it would be much harder. But of course we played like this. As you can see, we were able to easily walk through them, but this is actually not all. Here we will basically find the first town, let's say. They will have like 2 mines here, but there will be more units in the back, because it's actually grouping his army there that would attack us if we didn't attack earlier. Or I mean faster than he would attack. So as you can see, here are all the units, so you need to be careful about that, and you need to kill them as well. Yeah, we probably want to move our crossbowmen there. Yeah, also there was some gold that I automatically picked up. I will just heal my knights again. Yeah, we didn't heal for a while, so we should have all our cooldowns back. Actually, this guy doesn't have it yet, so I'm just healing with another knight. And yeah, I think we attacked quite fast, even though it was taking some time. So he didn't even have that many units here yet. So just destroy all those production buildings and we will be okay. So if you want, you can just create 3 new expansions here, which is totally unnecessary because we have like ton of resources. But of course, if you want, you can create 3 more expansions here. Take the windmill, maybe there will be even more windmills somewhere, I don't even remember, but I mean, you don't really need that. The resources in this mission are totally fine, and we can just live in like this. So let's actually add our units to groups, but be really careful because here there will be another expansion, actually, another mine, and there will be some units defending it behind it. So I will actually show you. There will be some towers, and there will be also some units behind them. Yeah, I don't know how far behind them, but you want to stay closer to this town hall. Definitely don't go there yet. You want to group up your army first, maybe also heal your units or something, and that will be the thing you want to do. I'm sorry for that black screen, I just misclicked on the second monitor, but it should be fine now. So that was the first part of this enemy town, so now we'll need to regroup, and then we can attack. As you can see, I again cannot fit all my units in the same group, so let's just regroup a little bit and queue up some more knights, maybe even some swordsmen and crossbowmen. Actually not some, just full. We can also create some pikemen, yeah, I don't really care anymore. Maybe it would be a good idea to create even more barracks, but we should be okay. Also, let's use our heals, so we can easily full heal our army. And again, good idea to save the game, so we can easily continue. Here you can pick up 1200 wood, which is pretty useful. Not anymore for us, but usually it's pretty useful. And now we can start attacking them. As you can see, there are some elite knights, so maybe it would be a good idea to have some pikemen here, but doesn't really matter. I can use my elite knight, tank the damage and then heal myself while destroying him with this super huge army of elite crossbowmen. And yeah, actually I just used my units, so I don't have the cooldowns yet, but I believe it should be okay. Yeah, this auto heal doesn't really work in fight, but sometimes I just press it because it might work, and then it will make it much easier for you to heal it. Yeah, here I was too slow, I mean the cooldown was not ready yet. Yeah, here is another windmill, so if you attack from this side, you would also have the opportunity to capture it, and again, you have lots of expansion opportunities here. Yeah, here is even some, here are 2 more gems mine that you could use. So there is like no way that you run out of resources in this map. You would just need to play it for like many hours. So this should be okay, and as you can see, also some units here that were defending this entrance. So we'll need to defeat that. Actually, here's some elite pikemen here, also some crossbowmen, so my elite knight will really suffer here, but should be okay. And as you can see here, I have a level 5 barbarian, and yeah, that's really a beast, as you can see, because he actually has almost 500 HP and he has 42 attack and also 1 additional armor. So this is like a really important unit for me to keep alive right now. Definitely don't want to tank any damage with him. Right now I will just retreat with everything because I just pulled the whole army and I don't want to fight near those towers. Yeah, definitely keeping an eye on my level 5 barbarian here, but also want to keep alive some of my knights, which is important, maybe this barbarian as well. And yeah, now we can maybe finally heal this barbarian after we find someone to heal him. Yeah, right now I just misclicked. Yeah, this guy can heal him, so if I misclicked, okay, let's choose another one. Yeah, and we full healed him, even though I actually lost Elite Knight with Aura there, so maybe that was not the best idea, but as I said, the Barbarian damage is so broken that it might be still worth it. Of course, my elite crossbowmen are being stuck there behind those buildings. They are shooting buildings instead of units, but hopefully it will be still okay. I mean, they are leveled up, those crossbowmen, so they should still be able to tank all the damage and destroy those swordsmen. And actually the only barbarian that is alive right now is the level 5 barbarian, so I think it was a good idea to keep him alive. Also, I'm still making more units here. I was just not paying attention to it too much, so they were just left there. Also, as I said, we picked up some gold here automatically. It was probably only like 200, but if you attacked from this side first, you could actually take some more gens here, like 800 gens. Also, there was the pile of wood, like 1200 wood in the middle, so even more resources there with some treasures. So yeah, this was pretty simple mission, no need to worry about it, because you don't even need to defend yourself. You can attack from either side. Just the one important thing is to destroy the other town in the right, because he would build some more buildings and then attack you. So that's just the only thing you have to worry about. Try to keep your barbarians alive and you should be okay. So here we have the resources. As you can see, most experience, definitely not largest army or anything, but we managed to kill him with pretty good ratio. And here we see all the other scores and pretty good total score. So yeah, this was pretty chill mission, and next time we'll take a look at the 10th mission, which will be actually another fighting mission. So yeah, take care guys.